part 2, continuing on into looking into the massacre at the Connecticut Sandy Hook Elementary School. And we're going to listen again to this little boy tell what happened. He's going to talk about he's going to give you the evidence of a second shooter, and then I'm going to give you the evidence of a third shooter. If you watched part 1 of this, you will have already seen the third shooter who was in the woods running, and the cops went after him in the woods, and the helicopter showed a view from above of them standing around him on the ground with handcuffs on. And then this boy here is talking. Well, I'll let him speak for himself again.
And so the teachers, we heard like lots of bangs, and we thought that it was the custodian knocking stuff down. We heard screaming, and then a police came in. It's like, is he in here? Then he ran out, and then our teachers, when somebody yelled, get to a safe place. So we went to the closet in the gym, and we sat there for a little while, and then the police were knocking on the door, and they're like, we're evacuating people, we're evacuating people. So we ran out. There's police about at every door. They're leading us down this way, quick, come on. Then we ran down to the firehouse. There's a man pinned down to the ground with handcuffs on, and we thought that was the victim. We really didn't get a good glance at him because he was...
So a man pinned down on the ground with handcuffs on, right? So that by itself is shooter number 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Thanks to Sheila Aliens for posting this audio from the police scanner audio that took place that day, yesterday. Let's take a look or listen.
67 Sandy Hook School. Callers indicating she thinks there's someone shooting in the building.
Now some of this is going to be hard to hear. I am going to try to help you or tell you what I'm hearing exactly. I'm not going to make anything up. I'm going to tell you what I hear.
Units responding to Sandy Hook School. The front glass has been broken out of the school. They're unsure why.
So the front glass has been broken out of the school, and there's a report of a shooting.
At all units, the individual that I have on the phone is continuing to hear what he believes to be done. At 956, that you come up with the school on the press road. Other units take a station point in that driveway. Right, Roger. The units responding to Sandy Hook School at this time. The shooting appears to have stopped. It is silent at this time. The school is in lockdown. 676 Under that, we'll stage up here in the front. 679 Crestwood. Roger. I have reports that the teacher saw 2 shadows running past.
I have reports that the teacher saw 2 shadows. Let's listen again.
Under that, we'll stage up here in the front. 679 Crestwood. Roger. I have reports that the teacher saw 2 shadows running past the building, past the gym, which would be rear.
2 shadows running past the gym. Okay.
They're shooting. Yeah, we got them.
We got them.
They're coming at me, down Crestwood.
They're coming at me. They're coming at me. They are coming at me. Listen again.
We'll stage up here in the front. 679 Crestwood. Roger. I have reports that the teacher saw 2 shadows running past the building, past the gym, which would be rear. They're shooting. Yeah, we got them.
We got them.
They're coming at me, down Crestwood.
They're coming at me. I'm going to put them on point.
Left side. 6, this is it.
This is it.
You're requested to stay.
So what you just heard is audio of the police scanner with the police officer saying that they, after they said that they had a report that there was 2 shadows going by the gym, the police officer said they are coming at us, or they're coming at me. They are coming at me. We got them. We got them. This is plural. That was 2 outside. 1 dead in the building. Okay, the 20-year-old that they claim was involved. two dead outside, or two running outside, one of which this officer takes into custody and the other one runs into the woods, and the officers go after him in the woods.
Methodist Church, St. Eric Center, I will need 2 ambulances at this time. Sorry, ambulance, having stage.
Acknowledge, we don't have any additional crews on station.
I got a party on the, I got him proned out.
I got him proned out. So this officer, that's the same voice, he has captured one of the shooters and has him on the ground. The one that the little boy just spoke of out by the fire station, okay?
For that unit, are you aware that we could have a...
Let's listen to it again.
Acknowledge, we don't have any additional crews on...
Please, where you coming from? Medic, you're requested to stage Methodist Church, St. Eric Center. I will need 2 ambulances at this time. Sorry, ambulance, having stage.
Acknowledge, we don't have any additional crews on station.
I got a party on the, I got him proned out.
I got a party and he's
For that
proned out.
unit, are you aware that we could have a second unit? Shots were in the front.
So I'm going to let you come back and listen to the rest of this video. There is a number of other interesting factoids in this. This video is one of the keys to showing that this was not a lone gunman like the mainstream media is telling you. Okay? This is not a lone gunman. If you watched part 1 on my channel, the Idaho Picker channel, and then came and watched this, you should understand this clearly at this point. There are 3 shooters. Now, what's the difference and why does it matter whether there was 1 or 3? The difference is that if there was 1, it was somebody that lost their mind possibly, and that's why they stick to the lone gunman story, because it says that somebody lost their mind and did something stupid. Now, when there's more than 1, meaning 2 or 3, that means this was a plan. Somebody didn't lose their mind. There was a purpose behind this when there's more than 1. So what is the purpose? Well, I think the purpose of this is multifaceted. Okay? I think that the purpose is very complex. And this is not the first time that that one shooter, or it's been claimed that there's 1 shooter when witnesses are saying there's 2 shooters. You'll remember the Aurora massacre where they killed the people in the theater in Aurora, Colorado. Well, listen to this witness.
At what point do you realize something's up? The point that I realized when I came before my friend, I was sitting down getting a seat for her when she gets here. I noticed a person who came into the theater and sat to the very front row of us, to the very corner to the very right. And it seemed like he got a phone call, and he went and took his phone call towards the emergency exit. Most people take their phone call towards the lobby. So it seemed like he was holding his door open with his foot, and when I looked at what he was doing, his gestures was looking like he was trying to find somebody or trying to signal somebody to come this way. And then my friend came. I went to...
Okay, do you hear that? That means there's 2 people involved, 2 shooters, okay, or at least 2 people involved. Well, they said James Holmes was the only shooter involved there, right? They found him passed out in the car, out in the parking lot, behind it, okay? Now let's take a look at the Sikh temple. Was there 1 shooter? That's what they claim. 1 shooter, white male, that was found, that was killed or either found dead outside of the temple. Well, listen to what this eyewitness that was in the Sikh temple says.
We have our temple service every Sunday. Starts around 10:30, and usually goes in the afternoon. And around 10, between 10 and 10:30, 4 white males who were dressed dark.
He said 4 white males.
4 white males.
Listen again.
Between 10 and 10:30, 4 white males who were dressed darkly, dressed in all black clothing, came in and opened fire on.
4 white males, he said, dressed in all black, came in, opened up shooting. The mainstream media told you that there was one shooter and he was dead outside the temple. There was 4. Now, again, going to who is this and what is this about? There's multiple facets to that. One of the facets is it's about this. It's about the guns. It's also about something way more complex, and that if you haven't been introduced to the subject, it can sound quite crazy. But when you understand that the media on multiple massacres, that the government, the FBI and the media are saying that these are one shooter things that are killing all these people, and in fact the eyewitnesses are telling you that there are multiple shooters, who are you going to believe? What is the agenda? Is it to take the guns away from America? Is it a covert war that is going on amongst the power structure? Well, we know that one of the shooter's fathers, or two of the shooter's fathers, the people who were alleged to do the killing, are both people who are the father of Adam in this case, and the father of James at the Aurora killings. They're both subpoenaed to go to court to testify in the Libor scandal. Now, if you don't know what the Libor scandal was, it's all about the money, okay, and the banks. They got caught with their pants down, raping and pillaging financially, okay, and I highly suspect that this is very much tied into the Libor scandal, and that they are covering everything they can. They are threatening these witnesses. This witness, the witness that is to testify in the Libor scandal related to the Sandy Hook Elementary, they killed his ex-wife, they killed one of his sons, and massacred a bunch of 4- and 5-year-olds in this school. It takes a severely sick individual to pull something like this off. And I personally do not believe what the mainstream media has been telling us. I've proved to you right here in this video that they are lying to you. I would suggest that if you are not awake and not aware that we are at war with our own government, and that our own government is waging war against us, their goals are multifaceted. One of them is only to take away the guns, because they want to traumatize and take away the guns like they did in Australia. They had these attacks going on in Australia. They took away the guns. They had these attacks going on in multiple other countries and took away the guns. And they're after America's guns. Now, guns in themselves, they're scary, they look scary, and they can cause death. But guns are not what kills people. People are what kills people. Like in this case here, I'll show you here. This is an article, a new article. 22 kids and 1 adult injured after a knife attack outside Chinese school. This was something recently on December 14th.
Defense Secretary Dick Cheney has approved a revised draft of a policy document on the New World Order. The Pentagon is backing off a controversial earlier draft and has abandoned a one superpower strategy. This would have had the U.S. aim to contain rivals for leadership such as Japan and Germany. The final document puts more emphasis on international alliances and organizations. New World Order. New World Order.
New World Order.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, a shining purpose, the illumination of 1,000 points of light. A shining purpose, the illumination of 1,000 points of light.